What is going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video. Thank you so much for being here again. And on today's episode, I want to break down a trade I took on Friday with the team. I haven't been posting much videos here on the channel because the past 2 weeks markets have been insanely bullish and like not showing many options, not many cool things happening. Conditions of the markets have been completely shit. At least for Nasdaq and S&P 500, they've been just continuously up, And by the time New York session opens, we have this sort of weird movements that are happening during Asian session and London session. It's just either pumping up all night or pumping or crashing up all night, you know, and it's been pretty hectic. So right here, just make sure to follow me. You're gonna find the links in the description. Make sure to follow me on Telegram and Discord. Also, make sure to find the links in the description below so you can follow what I do pretty much in there. But again, not much action in the last 2 weeks in there because indices have been quite messed up. So, anyways, I just wanted to break down. This is the only setup. Probably, I would say it was a fair position, fair entry in this push we had with the after the NFP this Friday. You had this pump right here on S&P 500. You can see right here we were having an S&T divergence. We go on Nasdaq. We actually had this divergence right here. S&P 500 with the news, with the NFP, swept this old low, and you see right here Nasdaq not sweeping this low and then pushed to the upside before dropping back down. So I caught not the first move, but the second wave. I caught the second wave move right there. Let me break it down for you. So in here, went to the 1 minute, and this was actually, price was actually climbing back on top. Midnight open right here, New York session. And this is what happened. So it's just a very clean setup, very simple. Uh, I tell you, in the past 2 weeks, New York session has been ugly, ugly, ugly. This is one of the cleanest setups I've seen in this past 2 weeks. Very little setups, very small opportunities this past 2 weeks. So, anyways, right here we see the price actually kind of like chopped a little bit after the first push on NFP. We had sort of like a little consolidation. You can see actually the power of three right here. See the price, we had an accumulation, a little manipulation right there, and then distribution to the upside. Right? So this accumulation price creates this low. We do have a fair value gap right here that was created with that first push on the news. Right? This big fair value gap right there. Right? Now inside this fair value gap, which is, we're coming from external, price is sweeping external liquidity, right? Swept external liquidity, pushed up. We build that fair value gap. So that's internal. Price goes from that external liquidity push to the upside, also sweeping buys right here, buy side liquidity. It went back down to a fair value gap, which is internal, right? Did that double bottom, but this particular low right there, that's the one I liked. After that sweep, we had displacement up. In this displacement up, we actually had, it wasn't the best either. I wish this push would have happened or this break would have happened with just one candle or two, right? But it did took a little bit to actually break. When this actual candle closes above that one right there, let me explain it here. So when this candle closes above the opening price of this last this last candle right there, the opening price of this one, that's my order block, right? That validates the bullish, in this case, order block, right? Now, on top of that, what do we have? We have this breaker right here, this last two candles, right? This is the actual breaker block. We're breaking above it. Okay, this was a bearish order block and it was broken to the upside now. This turns into our breaker. You do have a fair value gap right here, that fair value gap got disrespected with this push to the upside. So that becomes our inversion fair value gap. So you see, we're starting to add up a couple of things. We have now lots of confluences, PD arrays right here that we can take. So I waited. In this case, I was waiting a little bit more. Just I wasn't sure about this little push right here, and because markets have been so volatile, I just waited a little bit more. Price chopped a little bit right here. I decided to take my shot right here, this entry, basically right there, right? So placing the stop loss below and then targeting using the Fibonacci from the low to the high, pretty much somewhere here in between. In the first place, I was actually kind of like, I wanted to go here, but this price started then displacing to the upside, going good. Then when the price was actually touching, getting into this area, my broker was actually hitting the final TP already. I was getting out, so I was closing position like somewhere here already, taking that position out. This is why we use standard deviation projection, okay, with the Fibonacci. It's very important. Normally, this area, this is a zone where price tends to deviate from there. After the first initial push, we can, sometimes we actually get a sell-off from there. So, I didn't want it to be greedy. On top of that, when price is pushing up, we keep creating new record highs. As we're moving up, if you go on higher time frame, you see that we're actually up. We're actually creating record highs. This push right there, we got nothing on the left. So I don't want to be greedy saying, hey, you know what? Yeah, this thing is going to go all the way up. It's going to continue pushing, for another 300 pips. I can't say that, So just taking that push, which is fair enough for me, was more than enough. Beautiful move. As I mentioned, one of the cleanest. And there was just a few for the past 2 weeks. So hopefully this upcoming week we're going to have much cleaner setups, better setups. I'm going to try to every single day. I will try to continue to post some videos in here for every single day for the next week. I will try to make short content videos. Uh, and just let me know if you rather having long-term content videos like 20-minute long videos, or you're fine with just a 5 to 10 minute videos long. Let me know which of those videos you actually prefer. If it's too long, if it's just too bothering, or if it's just fine. Okay, so anyways, that was the position we took on Friday, and let's get it. Next week is going to get probably better. All right, most likely we have CPI. I'm going to check the actual news, and I will keep you guys updated. Make sure to follow me on my Telegram. Again, find the link in the description below. Also on my Discord. Okay, I regularly post content in there as well, and reminders. And if you want to be part of my team, just make sure to follow me on Telegram. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, guys.